Moby-Dick. Author: Herman Melville. Year of publication: 1851, published by Harper & Brothers. Moby-Dick, written by Herman Melville and published in 1851, is a profound and complex novel that explores themes of obsession, revenge, and the relationship between humanity and nature. Set against the backdrop of the whaling industry, the novel is both an adventure story and a deep philosophical meditation. Plot overview: the novel is narrated by a man named Ishmael, who begins the story by famously stating, "Call me Ishmael." Seeking adventure, Ishmael decides to join a whaling voyage and travels to New Bedford, Massachusetts, where he meets a heavily tattooed Polynesian harpooner named Queequeg. Despite initial misgivings, the two become close friends and decide to ship out together on a whaling expedition. They sign aboard the Pequod, a whaling ship commanded by the mysterious and brooding Captain Ahab. The Pequod is a vessel with an eclectic and diverse crew, including men from various cultures and backgrounds. However, it soon becomes clear that this voyage is no ordinary whaling expedition. Captain Ahab has one obsession: to hunt down and kill the great white whale known as Moby-Dick, a massive and almost supernatural creature that had previously maimed Ahab by biting off his leg. Main characters: Ishmael, the novel's narrator, who provides a reflective and philosophical perspective on the events of the story. Ishmael is an observer of the events on the Pequod, often contemplating the deeper meanings behind the actions and decisions of the crew, especially Ahab. Captain Ahab, the monomaniacal captain of the Pequod, who is driven by an all-consuming desire for revenge against Moby-Dick. Ahab's obsession with the whale is the central force that drives the narrative forward, leading him to push his crew and himself to the brink of madness. Queequeg, Ishmael's friend and a skilled harpooner, Queequeg is a noble savage figure who embodies a sense of honor and courage. Despite his fearsome appearance, he is one of the most moral and compassionate characters in the novel. Starbuck, the first mate of the Pequod. Starbuck is a Quaker and the voice of reason on the ship. He is deeply conflicted about Ahab's quest for revenge and considers it blasphemous, but ultimately remains loyal to his captain. Stubb and Flask, the second and third mates of the Pequod. Stubb is easygoing and humorous, while Flask is more serious and practical. Both men serve as foils to Starbuck and Ahab, providing different perspectives on the journey. Moby-Dick, the great white whale, a powerful and enigmatic force of nature. Moby-Dick symbolizes the untamable and inscrutable aspects of the natural world, as well as the futility of humanity's attempts to control or understand it fully. Themes and structure: Moby-Dick is a novel rich with symbolism and themes, and it is structured in a way that allows Melville to explore a wide range of ideas, from the nature of obsession to the relationship between men and the universe. Obsession and revenge. The central theme of Moby-Dick is Captain Ahab's obsessive quest for revenge against the white whale. Ahab's fixation on Moby-Dick transcends mere revenge; it becomes a personal and spiritual vendetta. He sees the whale not just as a physical being but as an embodiment of all the evil and malice in the world. Ahab's obsession leads him to sacrifice everything: his ship, his crew, and eventually his life, in his pursuit of the whale. This destructive obsession is a powerful commentary on the dangers of single-mindedness and the self-destructive nature of revenge. Throughout the novel, Ahab's obsession isolates him from his crew and even from reality. He disregards the warnings of others, including the practical Starbuck, who recognizes the futility and danger of pursuing Moby-Dick. Ahab's refusal to abandon his quest ultimately dooms the Pequod and its crew, illustrating the catastrophic consequences of allowing obsession to override reason and humanity. The ineffable nature of the universe. Another significant theme in Moby-Dick is the inscrutability of the universe. The novel frequently delves into philosophical questions about the nature of existence, the limits of human knowledge, and the possibility of understanding the divine. Moby-Dick, the white whale, is a symbol of this ineffable aspect of the universe. The whale is a mysterious and powerful force, representing the unknown and unknowable. Ahab's quest to conquer Moby-Dick can be seen as an attempt to impose order and meaning on a chaotic and indifferent universe. The novel's frequent digressions into subjects such as cetology, the study of whales, and philosophical musings reflect this theme. Ishmael, as the narrator, often ponders the deeper meanings behind the events he witnesses, exploring the idea that the universe is vast, complex, and ultimately beyond human comprehension. The novel suggests that attempts to fully understand or control the natural world are both futile and hubristic. Man versus nature. Moby-Dick is also a story about the struggle between man and nature. The whaling voyage itself is a dangerous and brutal endeavor, pitting the men of the Pequod against the mighty forces of the ocean and its creatures. Moby-Dick, as the ultimate symbol of nature's power, represents the indomitable and often terrifying force of the natural world. Ahab's battle with the whale is not just a personal vendetta but also a larger struggle between humanity and the untamed wilderness. Melville portrays nature as both beautiful and deadly, awe-inspiring and indifferent. The novel's detailed descriptions of the sea, the whales, and the whaling process emphasize the grandeur and danger of the natural world. The men of the Pequod are constantly at the mercy of the elements, and their fate is ultimately sealed by their inability to conquer the natural forces embodied by Moby-Dick. Brotherhood and isolation. While Moby-Dick explores themes of obsession and the struggle against nature, it also examines the bonds between the men aboard the Pequod. The ship's crew is a microcosm of humanity, with members from diverse backgrounds and cultures. The camaraderie between Ishmael and Queequeg, in particular, is a key aspect of the novel. Their friendship transcends racial and cultural differences, highlighting the theme of brotherhood and the possibility of understanding between different peoples. However, the novel also explores the theme of isolation, particularly through the character of Ahab. Ahab's obsession isolates him from his crew and from the rest of humanity. He is a tragic figure, consumed by his desire for revenge to the point where he can no longer connect with others. This isolation is a key aspect of Ahab's downfall, as it prevents him from seeing the world and the people around him clearly. The ending. The climax of Moby-Dick comes when the Pequod finally encounters Moby-Dick. Over 3 days, Ahab and his crew engage in a desperate battle with the whale. Despite their best efforts, Moby-Dick proves to be an unstoppable force. The whale destroys the Pequod, sinking the ship and dooming its crew. Ahab is last seen entangled in the harpoon lines, pulled under the sea by the very creature he sought to destroy. Ishmael, the only survivor, is left floating on a small piece of the ship, the coffin of Queequeg that had been repurposed as a lifeboat. He is eventually rescued by the Rachel, a passing ship searching for its own lost crew. The novel ends with Ishmael alone, reflecting on the tragic and catastrophic events that have unfolded. Themes of fate and free will. The novel's conclusion emphasizes the themes of fate and free will. Despite Ahab's determination to control his destiny by killing Moby-Dick, he is ultimately powerless against the forces of nature and fate. The destruction of the Pequod suggests that there are limits to human agency, and that some forces in the universe are beyond our control. This idea is reinforced by the novel's numerous references to fate, prophecy, and the inevitability of certain outcomes. Legacy and impact. Moby-Dick was not initially well received upon its publication, but it has since become one of the most revered works in American literature. Its themes of obsession, the human condition, and the struggle against nature resonate with readers across generations. The novel's rich symbolism, complex characters, and philosophical depth make it a timeless exploration of the human experience. Conclusion. Moby-Dick is a multifaceted novel that combines adventure with deep philosophical inquiry. Through the story of Captain Ahab's obsessive quest for revenge against the white whale, Melville explores themes of obsession, the limits of human knowledge, the struggle between men and nature, and the bonds of brotherhood. The novel's tragic ending underscores the futility of Ahab's quest and the ultimate power of fate and nature over human ambitions. Melville's masterpiece remains a powerful and thought-provoking work, offering readers a profound meditation on the mysteries of existence and the dangers of unchecked obsession. The end.